What's up, Lucky Gamers? This is Lucky Lux, and today we're going to be talking about some must-have team combos that you want to have. So I'm going to go over one of my combos that I use in Dislyte, show you guys how I use it in PvE and PvP, and some different heroes that I could use to interchange with that. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, comment down below what you guys think, and please subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more of this content. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the video.
So what the night know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die.
Alright, so the first unit that I'm going to go over in my team is Leeling. I love using Leeling. I got him within my first 10 summon, the legendary hero they give us. What I really love about him is his ult when he opens up. I have him open up with this ability all the time because usually I'm fighting multiple enemies. And so this ability is doing true damage, and it's 6% of the target's max HP, and it's up to 80% of Neja's attack as well, and it steals 10% of the target's AP. This hits hard, especially in PvP. In PvE, it does really decent damage, especially against enemies that are a little bit higher level, have higher amount of health. The second ability attacks an enemy 5 times, each dealing damage equal to 30% of attack, with 3% of the damage dealt converted into healing. I got that on my Ascension. Each strike also deals true damage equal to 6% of the target's max HP. The true damage is up to 80% of Neja's attack. Again, another attack that is more single target that you can use with the bosses that will do that true damage. And then his basic attack deals damage equal to 110% of attack and absorbs 15% of their AP. So he's going to be an AP stealer. He's really good. The relics that I'm running on him right now is the attack up and the counter attack set. I do want to swap him to the Hades set. I just need to finish the story and get that, or just farm for it, because I'm using him as a straight up just bruiser. I want him to use those counter attacks because that is just going to get him just extra damage to pop off with. He can heal himself with this too. I want the Hades set that we can heal himself even more so. I'm building him to just be a just solo monster in PvP. And then in PvE, there's a lot of times on bosses that he's just pretty much handling the boss on his own. So if you're building a team off of Leeling, I suggest it's definitely using someone who can up his attack, right? So we have Brynn. They give us Brynn pretty much for free. She has an attack up, which is really helpful for all of the units that you plan on using, regardless of the team that you use. I do believe you need somebody who has a buff on them. So Brynn is definitely on my team. Her ult as well. It does do a single target freeze, which is really useful in the story more so if there's a target that you really kind of just don't need to make a move. Now in PvP, this is absolutely amazing, especially if you don't think that she can kill. If she gets that freeze and that target is pretty much out of the fight, and they're just going to pretty much die the next time you have a DPS hit them as well. Another unit that I like using with this team, this is more so for story before a boss or even PvP. Pandora is amazing in the sense that she gives everybody a speed up to make everyone faster. She can inflict a stun on the team, and she also has a effect, Pandora's Box, which works well if you're setting up, because it basically removes a certain percentage of current HP and inflicts a stun with it. So it removes 40% current HP. So this helps whenever you're trying to burst somebody down in arena. Now it's more so useful in a fight that might last at least 3 turns, right? Because it takes 2 turns for this to go. But taking 40% of current HP, regardless of who they have, that is a large amount of health being taken. Then you already have Neja doing true damage with it. So you can pretty much burst the team down with this, getting the extra speed up. And then the next is, again, this is kind of more PvP focused. But I like using Longman, or Ao Bing as I like to call him, because he gives that speed down and can inflict freeze. So this is pretty much where you're pretty much debuffing the whole enemy team. They won't be able to move. They'll be frozen. They get hit with Pandora's Box. They'll get stunned. And then you have Neja pretty much clean up to finish off. And that's more so for the higher levels of PvP, where you start combining a lot of these units together. And so Ao Bing also does an extra AoE attack, because PvP is honestly mostly about AoE. For me, it's really cool if you have a nice single target user, but AoE is what you really want to do. And then another reason why I like bringing Ao Bing around is because of his captain ability. This is more useful in PvP for me, because increasing ally speed, that way you can make sure you beat everybody in speed. Speed is way too powerful. And so with those units, you can use a couple of different ones. Like if you're looking for a healer, I like to use Chengpu. She has the best healing for me. She's really easy to gear. With her ultimate, you can heal all allied espers equal to 15% of their max HP plus 85% of her attack. And then on the second, you heal a teammate with 15% of their max HP plus 150% of her attack. Each 10% of max HP lost grants extra 10% healing. So this is pretty much going to be your full heal. This is a team heal. It's very helpful, but this right here, if you have a unit who's taking a lot of damage, you can pretty much full heal them with this. It's an amazing heal. And then this right here, you can just reduce their AP. It's really useful. And then the last unit that I have on my team that I kind of switch out and switch depending on the situation is going to be Celine. Celine is amazing as a controller. She has a sleep ability. Why is this useful? Because you can pretty much make a unit not act. And if you use her with somebody like Pandora, then Pandora doesn't do damage on her ult. She just throws a debuff on them. Sleep needs them to not take any damage. You can just pretty much throw this out, set up everybody, kill whoever isn't slept, and then if they debuff you or having to debuff you, you can get a speed up. For the story, this is very useful, especially for moments where the enemies are pretty much debuffing the mess out of you, or you are just taking too much damage. You can just sleep them real quick. It's really helpful for me. It actually got me stuck past a wall in the story. There was a chapter I was struggling on, and after I got Celine, leveled her up, geared her out, it was honestly easy. All right, so I'm gonna do a PvP match. This is with somebody who's around my level. So I'm actually gonna use Al Bing's captain ability. This increases speed. Again, I said speed is very important. Then I have Neja, Pandora, Siren, and then Valkyrie. So let's go ahead and go into this battle and see how it goes. You can see how the team does. All right, so when we open up, you can see my Siren is way faster than everybody. We're pretty much gonna go ahead and sleep them, and we're gonna see who is not slept. So pretty much we didn't sleep anybody. So we can just, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and target his Neja, get him out of there. Do as much damage as we can. Now we have the option to buff up everybody, because when I do my ult, I want to buff everyone up. Now we're going to do Al Bing's ability, slow them down, hit them possibly with a freeze, use Pandora. And if this fight goes on any longer, that Pandora ability is going to pretty much kill them. But I'm going to want Pandora to proc when they have most of their HP, because it's going to go off of current health. So if you notice, a lot of my units are taking damage, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to use the speed up to speed them up, and then pretty much this is where I can choose to finish them off if I want, and whoever's left is going to get hit with that Pandora ability. But this is pretty much over. I do have a lot on my team going on, so in case one thing doesn't work, then another will, and that's what's really useful. And so this is, again, just easy. And I didn't use a healer, just using debuffs, speed ups to make sure I just go faster. I'm able to just live long enough to go through the battle. But that's pretty much one of the teams that I have for Dislyte. I like using this team in Point of War. Notice that I did not use Artemis. I used one main DPS, because if you debuff the team enough and you have your main damage dealer being your legendary hero or a 4-star that you have pretty much just maxed out, then you can just DPS the team with one, because of all the debuffs that you have that are pretty much helping out the main team. But if you guys like this video, go ahead and like button, comment down below what you guys think about the team, and subscribe to the channel if you guys want more of this content. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You lucky gamers, have a good one. Lucky, let's say.